What's your I came looking for copper but found gold moment? I was desperately hunting for a cheap apartment after my roommate bailed on me last minute. Had exactly 3 weeks to find something under $800 or I'd be sleeping in my car. The panic was real. I'd already calculated how many meals I could skip to scrape together a security deposit, and the math wasn't pretty. Scrolled through dozens of sketchy Craigslist posts for hours every night, my laptop screen burning my eyes as I refreshed obsessively. Visited places with holes in walls and mysterious stains that landlords cheerfully described as character. One place had a bathroom door that didn't close, another had windows painted shut, and a lingering smell I couldn't identify. My standards dropped daily. First week, I wanted hardwood floors and natural light. Second week, I just wanted functional plumbing. Third week, I was ready to negotiate on the plumbing. Was getting pretty defeated when I saw this listing. $750. Needs some work, which usually means uninhabitable. But at this point, uninhabitable was looking pretty habitable to me. The address was in this rundown neighborhood on the outskirts where streetlights were more suggestions than actual illumination. Almost didn't go, but desperation wins over common sense every time. Pulled up to what looked like an abandoned house. Peeling paint hung off the siding like sunburned skin. The yard was so overgrown it looked like nature was actively trying to reclaim the property, and a broken fence leaned at impossible angles. Perfect. Exactly what my life needed right then. Knocked on the door, half expecting no answer, but footsteps shuffled inside, and this elderly woman answered. Had to be 80, wearing a faded floral dress. Her white hair was pinned back neatly, and despite the house's exterior, she looked dignified. "You hear about the room, sweetie?" Her voice was gentle, with just a hint of hopefulness that made my chest tighten. She led me through a narrow hallway lined with family photos gathering dust in mismatched frames. The house smelled like old wood and lavender, comforting despite the creaky floorboards. We descended rickety wooden stairs to this tiny basement space that made my previous low standards seem luxurious. Concrete walls sweated moisture, a single bulb cast harsh shadows, and a musty smell hit you like walking into a cave. The ceiling was so low I had to duck in places, and I'm not even tall. "It's not much," she said apologetically, wringing her hands. The understatement of the century. It was like paying rent to live in a tomb, but it was $750 and I was running out of options fast. Told her I'd take it, trying to sound enthusiastic about committing to this underground prison. She looked at me for a long moment, something shifting in her expression. "Oh, honey, let me show you something first." Her voice became almost conspiratorial. She walked over to what looked like just another section of concrete wall, ran her fingers along a barely visible seam, and pushed it. The panel swung open like something from a spy movie. Behind it was this fully renovated apartment that made my brain short-circuit. Hardwood floors gleamed under recessed lighting, granite countertops reflected stainless steel appliances, and floor-to-ceiling windows flooded everything with natural light. It looked like something from a home design magazine. I just stood there with my mouth hanging open. "What is this?" I finally managed. Turns out her grandson was a contractor who'd renovated it as a surprise before deploying overseas. He never came back. She'd been showing people the basement because she couldn't bear letting anyone live in his space, but also couldn't afford the house payments alone. "You seem like good people," she said, studying my face. "Maybe it's time." Lived there for 2 years, paying $750 for what was easily a $2,500 apartment. When I finally moved out for a job across country, she refused any extra money, just hugged me tight and said, "He would have liked you." Found out later she'd been turning away applicants for months, showing them only that awful basement until they left disappointed. Something about me reminded her of her grandson. Same lost look, same desperate hope trying to hide behind practical resignation.